Outrage over rapper Slim Thug's comments on black women and their relationships with black men, and also what's up with Gary Coleman's ex-wife. TV One Online's Director of Digital Media, James Hill, is here now with this story and more in this week's Web Watch. All right, James, let's get right to Slim Thug. First of all, the name itself, he's not Slim. Might be a thug. Okay, but he's got folks ticked off. He talked about in terms of how black women should be treating their men and how white women know how to treat their man.
Right, well, okay, so black women all over the web are upset about this, right? Because Slim Thug, he was in an interview with Vibe magazine. He said, quote, I want to make sure this is a quote.
Right.
I didn't say this, right? He said, quote, white women treat they man like a king and black women feel like they ain't got to do blank. Black women need to stand by their man more. He then threw some more salt in the wound by saying that his biracial girlfriend takes such good care of her due to her white heritage.
Now, what's interesting is I saw a story where there was a relationship expert from the UK who criticized his comments, but then she sort of kind of agreed with what he had to say when she said that sometimes black women are so independent, so feisty, that causes problems in the relationship. Mm-hmm. So are you seeing people who are actually agreeing with what he had to say?
I'll tell you, not much.
Okay.
I'll tell you, so what we got was one woman on T-Bay on TV One Online said, Slim Thug needs to shut his mouth and remember who gave birth to his ass. That was her quote. She said, I am a black woman who stood by her man when he lost his job and I had to take care of the whole family. Another user named Stats turned the whole thing around and said, until brothers can get their national graduation rate above 50%, they're in no position to tell black women what to do.
Gotcha. All right.
She flipped it.
All right. Well, speaking of standing by her man, Gary Coleman's ex-wife.
Shannon Price.
White woman, married to Gary Coleman Black.
Right.
She has really got things a little fired up. The release of this photo, here he is in a hospital bed, tubes coming all out his mouth, and she's looking at the camera.
Yeah, this is, I mean,
this is nuts.
It's amazing. In 2 weeks, she went from like the obscure ex-wife of a sitcom star to, you know, potential murderer, stealing. Now, here's the news story is that the estate of Gary Coleman thinks that she went and stole stuff from his property, his truck, video games, a whole bunch of stuff. So now they're on her about this.
This is getting crazy reaction online too.
Oh yeah, crazy reaction. I mean, we got people. We have someone saying, you know, you know, it's not that bad. It's not that big of a deal. You know, we should see what's going on. Yada yada yada. We have one guy named John who said, and I quote, "She should rot in hell."
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, I mean, this is a perfect example of how the web has changed everything because you have this instant reaction. And so, you know, I haven't seen anybody come to her defense with the actions here because people are saying, yeah, the photo was sold to this magazine, to the Globe or whatever. But the reality is people are saying, wait a minute, why does she even take it in the first place?
Right.
Who wants to keep that?
Exactly. One person saying, you know, she may be white, but this is a ghetto act.
All right. James, we certainly appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
All right. Thank you.
TV1online.com